Okay, we are back. Welcome back, everybody. Our second live stream of today. We are doing a aerial tour. We're going to take off from London City, and we are going to make our way across here, and then around here, then down here. So basically we're going to follow the River Thames and try to pick up as many of those spots as possible. And then we will come back around and request to land on runway, the other end of the runway there to whatever runway that is. That's 09. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna fly around, try to do a little bit of sightseeing from the air. What is that? PT Tower. Okay. All right, let's get in here, get everything set up, and get airborne. So hopefully everybody's still having a good Sunday. Hello again, Daniel. So I'm guessing it's pot roast or some kind of roast today. If your family's not out of town.
City Tower Froggy 237 ready for straight out departure at runway 27.
Froggy 237 altimeter tree 0.06 wind 112 at 7. Straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Cleared for takeoff runway 27 Froggy 237.
Let's do a couple things. One, let's get the weather nice and sunny. Let's get make sure we have, okay, it's all set. All right, parking brake off. We have, looks like everything's all set to go. Nice, Daniel. It's always a good thing. Well, it doesn't take long to get this thing up to speed to take off. And away we go. Wow. Well, I think looks like a train. It looks like train tracks over there. I'm not sure where the Paddington Station is. Hello again, Mick. Watching the spacewalk as well. Ah. The O2. Now, that is the... What stadium is that? The O2. Is that... It's not where Arsenal plays. That looks pretty amazing. Wow, look at that. Oh, we gotta go capture the maritime Greenwich.
Froggy 237 leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Usually tennis gets played there. Ah,
City
okay.
Tower Froggy 237 frequency change. Beacon approach
I
Froggy
thought it was like a
237 is type icon A53
football
miles
stadium.
west of London City, 2,500 feet.
So let's see, we got the One Park Drive, HSBC Tower. What else we got?
Squawk 6 tree 2 Froggy
Newfoundland.
237.
Froggy 237 radar contact 3 miles.
One
west of
Canada
London City,
Square.
2,900 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
I want to try to get
Roger,
this
Froggy
thing leveled
237.
off here. I want to think back over and go fly over the Greenwich building. What's the other one there next to it? I can't get the marker to show up. Wow, this thing really wants to climb. They get to trim out. Oh, an arena more than a stadium. Okay. Landmark Pinnacle. I want to get down here and try to get some of the, get closer to some of these spots. Ooh boy, I'm speeding. I'm going to end up overdoing it here. Trying to get kind of like how we had it the other day in New York. We were able to. Hello again, Joseph. Welcome. Oop, oop. Yep. I know I'm overspeeding. Trying to find a good balance there. Wow, this thing is just very touchy. Doesn't take much to throw it off. There we are. Okay. We can just get this thing to settle down a little bit. We'll be okay. Alright, so there's the Maritime Greenwich building, where Greenwich Mean Time comes from, if I understand. So, this is called an Icon A5, Joseph. It is a... You can land it on land. It has landing gear. You can see the rear landing gear there, and then there's the nose landing gear right there up front. Or you can land it on water. It's a two-person only. There's not much space. You got a little bit of space for luggage, but not much. No space for additional passengers. Not, at least not safely. You can't have another passenger sitting back there, but it's a so basically it's like a they call it like a sport plane. It debuted I think about 5 4 years ago at a trade show. No, it's been more than that. It's been like 13 years, actually, I think, if I remember correctly. We can look at it. We'll look up the information here once we land, when we're done touring around London. But it's very popular. I'm not sure how much it costs, but yeah. So it provides the best of both. You can land on land, you can land on water, you can take off on water and land on land, or vice versa. Yeah, it's kind of like it's like an adventure plane. So if you live, like, say, up in Alaska, and you take off from a lake there in Alaska, you can fly to another lake, you can fly to an airport, or you can take off from an airport and fly to a lake and go fishing or camping or whatever, or both, fishing and camping. Yeah, it's kind of a slow flying plane. Felt like it would be fairly easy to manage for some aerial touring. Although I think there's a plane that might be a little bit better suited for that. And eventually we'll get a different one for aerial touring. We could do an aerial tour in the Typhoon, the Eurofighter. I don't know how well that would go, because as soon as we take off, we'd be at the other end of London and then some in a heartbeat. So now this thing really just wants to. There we go. All right, let's see if we can capture some of these other G Troop. Oh, Citigroup Center. Okay, Citigroup financial sort of stuff. What else is there? The Madison. I guess that's a hotel. Kind of sounds like a posh hotel. Yeah, it does look pretty awesome. It's, it's got, I picked this kind of flat black and gray and red livery for it. It came with the plane. So, something a little different. Yeah, so the Madison, does anybody know, is that like a high-rise apartment building, or is that like is it business, is it offices, or is it like condos, or it sounds very posh. Alright, let's come back around here. See if there's anything we notice from the air. That looks interesting. It's not a landmark or a point of interest. Holds concerts and exhibitions. Oh. So tennis, concerts, exhibitions, but not football matches then. Was it almost, when it said the O2, my first thought was Surrey Docks. Now, is that where the Surrey Docks, is that where certain ships were built back in the day? I always thought, and I could be wrong, that a lot of shipbuilding happened in the north of the UK. But I'm guessing it was a mixture of both, you know, all over, essentially. You know what, we're going to minimize this so we can kind of see a little bit better. There we go. So we got the London, there's Tower Bridge and the Tower of London. I've heard quite a bit about the Tower of London. Wow, that looks very... Is that the Paddington station there? What is this? The Shard. Oh, look at this. This looks fancy. That looks like London Paddington right below us. Sorry I missed some of the stream when I was having a shower. Oh. That's okay. We just took off and we're just kind of circling around, just doing a little sightseeing from the air, trying to pick up some of these points of interest in the strata. That sounds really posh too. A lot of posh sounding names. We got that one. Let's head back over here towards the Shard, because I do think that was London Paddington Station there. Yeah, I could be wrong, but it looks like I saw the lines that look like the lines that we were just on for the with the HST. Daniel's getting ready for his roast dinner, or roast lunch. Yeah, that looks like... Yeah, I guess that could be... Maybe that's it, I don't know. Looks really nice though, that's for sure. Whatever it is. If that's London Paddington, boy, that doesn't look quite like that in the in Train Sim World 2, that's for sure. Alright, here's Tower Bridge, the Tower of London.
Froggy 237 contact Northolt approach on 126.45. Good day.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Going to 126.45 Froggy 237.
What are we flying over
approach
here?
Froggy 237 1,300 feet.
Froggy 237 Northolt approach altimeter 29.9 to continuous plan.
42. Heron Tower. Bishopsgate. Ooh, wow, St. Paul's Cathedral, look at that. Words ready. Oh, nice, Daniel. I'm sure you can already smell it cooking, though. Pick up St. Paul's Cathedral here.
237, contact begin approach on 129.405. Good day.
129.405 for
I
Froggy
like if I
237.
hold down my left
Begin approach
bumper
Froggy
and
237,
the A
1,400
button,
feet.
the
Froggy 237, begin approach altimeter 29.902, continue as planned.
look at that. That is amazing. Monuments. Try to capture as much things if we can. Scalpel. Wow. That sounds kind of... I guess it's the design of the building. It does kind of almost look like a scalpel. Ooh, I know that circular one. That looks familiar. I think I've seen that in James Bond movies or something. What is it? The gherkin.
Froggy 237, contact Northolt approach on 126.45. Good day.
Wow.
126.45
Alright, let's circle back
Froggy
around and go
237.
towards these bridges here.
Northolt approach Froggy 237, 1,500 feet.
Froggy 237,
The smell hasn't drifted upstairs yet.
Continue as planned.
So this sounds like, I guess these are office buildings, but they almost sound like the leader, Leadenhall Tower?
Froggy 237, contact begin approach on 129.405. Good day.
Leadenhall Building.
Going to
Leadenhall Building.
129.405 Froggy
The
237.
walkie-talkie.
Begin
Wow.
approach Froggy
Okay.
237, 1,500 feet.
Cannon
Froggy
Street
237,
Railway
begin
Bridge.
approach altimeter 29.902, continue
Right
as
next
planned.
to Southwark Bridge. I keep transitioning in and out of different control spaces. Hello, Amela. How are you? How are things in NYC today? Very interesting names, that's for sure. Alright, let's come back around this way and see if we can get some of these bridges over here. Oh, there's the Millennium Bridge. A lot of bridges here. Now, here's a question for the folks in the UK. Are these bridges, can you just cross them, or do you have to pay a toll to go across the bridge?
237, contact Northolt approach on 126.45. Good day.
126.45 for Froggy 237.
Go back around the shard
Northolt
and then come
approach
back
Froggy
around and head towards
237,
those bridges that way.
1,600 feet.
I think that'd probably be easier to
Froggy
do.
237, Northolt approach altimeter 29.
Watch, I'm going to go right back to Biggin. They're going to get tired of me here pretty soon. See?
Good day.
Going to 129.405.
I'm just really
Froggy 237.
fascinated.
Begin approach Froggy
This is just
237,
amazing right here.
1,600 feet.
Froggy 237, begin approach altimeter 29.902, continue as planned.
Watch. Contact Norhold approach. Just go. Oh, okay. I'm okay, thanks. Just figured we got a quick trip done on the HST to London Paddington, and now here we are in Flight Sim. Try to capture these bridges as we go flying across here.
Froggy 237, 1,600 feet.
Froggy 237 North Hold, approach altimeter 29.9 or 2 continue as planned. Froggy 237, contact begin approaching on 129.405. Good day.
129.405 Froggy 237. Begin
No, we already
approach Froggy
captured that.
237, 1,600 feet.
Froggy 237, begin approach altimeter 29.9 or 2 continue as planned.
Oh, wait a minute. That might be London Paddington right there. That looks like London Paddington. Yeah, I bet that looks more like what we're used to seeing. That's it right there. Yep, we found it. Our station is not as posh as the one over by the Shard. That's for sure. Yeah. Okay. That I recognize from train symbol too. Oh, look. There's Westminster Abbey. Palace of Westminster. There's the Ferris wheel.
126.45 Froggy 237. North Hold approach Froggy 237, 1,700 feet.
Okay, there's Westminster Palace. That must be Westminster Abbey right there.
Continue as planned.
What's this? That is Buckingham Palace. Oh, look at that. We found the palace. Oh, the one that looked HMS Belfast near Tower Bridge. Okay. So the one that by the Shard, that's the London Bridge station? Because the other one looks like London Paddington. But I could be wrong. Vauxhall Bridge. Oh, that's... I know the name Vauxhall. Vauxhall? Oh, look at this. What do we got here? This tower-looking thing. The BT Tower. Oh. Interesting. Oh, look, it's the West End. So is the West End in constant conflict with the East End? The one next to the Shard. Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks really nice. Very modern. Whereas you could tell London Paddington, the way it's designed is not nearly as modern. It's the same. Regent's Park. There's another big train station there. A lot of big train stations here. There's another one right there. Wow, that's insane. King's Cross. Kind of locked. There we go. Near Tower Bridge. Okay, I'm gonna see if we can spot the Belfast near Tower Bridge. We'll head back over that way. We're just gonna kind of tour around, go for another half an hour or so. Just and if you guys see something, call it out. Put something in the chat. Say what it is.
Froggy 237, contact begin approaching on 129.405. Good day.
129.405 Froggy 237. Beacon approach Froggy 237 2,000 feet.
Froggy 237 Beacon approach altimeter 29.902 continue as planned.
That's right. I'd like to get a little bit lower. We went right back up in altitude somehow. I don't know how that happened, but... Alright, there's Tower Bridge. Belfast. Bridge. There. Those look like yachts. I wonder if the Belfast was there when they did this, the photogeometry or whatever they call it. I wonder if that's got the most recent information. Because I don't see anything that looks like a naval vessel there. So we'll try to work out where you are. Have you seen the London Eye? We just kind of flew over like the Mafia effect, west against east, going on for years. So I'm coming back around. There's the Tower of London. We're right over the Thames again. I mean, I can try to get a little bit lower here. I'd like to be about 1,000 feet, if at all possible. See if we can't pick out some things a little bit closer there. I wish this thing had like I could just hold it at like 1,500 feet or something. Alright, I don't see anything that looks like a naval vessel near. Because there's the Tower Bridge, there's the Tower of London. There's the Shard. Again, that is a really nice looking station. I'm not going to lie, that is. Rail. This looks like a really big railway bridge too.
126.45 Froggy 237.
And there's the Millennium Bridge.
237 1,000 feet.
Froggy 237 North Hold, approach altimeter 29.902, continue as planned.
Capture these as we go past, I think. Although, ooh boy. One Blackfriars. Interesting. Waterloo Bridge. There's the Eye. Hungerford Bridge and Golden Jubilee Bridges. Oh, interesting. I'm guessing that was for the Queen's birthday or Jubilee year, maybe? The Diamond Jubilee? We could go back and forth up and down the river, Mick. I don't mind. If you can kind of figure out where it is, I'll I'll gladly cruise back over that way. Wow, I am really low here. What's this? St. James Palace. Capture that. There is the... I better get some altitude here. I am way low. Buzzing over London. I got way lower than I wanted to get. That's for sure. Oh boy. Look at that.
Going to 129.405 Froggy 237. Beacon approach Froggy 237 300 feet.
Froggy 237, beacon approach altimeter 29.9.
Froggy 237, you're way too low for our comfort. You need to get some altitude. Expeditiously. Okay, we'll get Vauxhall Bridge here. Vauxhall? Try to say it correctly. Ooh boy, I got it. Yeah, I gotta get some altitude. Zip right over Vauxhall Bridge. Ooh wee! I better down the front here because yeah, we're cruising for a bruising here, folks. Alright, let's see if we can head towards the eye again. There's Westminster Bridge. Alright, there's the eye.
126.45
right there.
for Froggy 237. North
Can't
Pole
get it to
approach
pop
Froggy
up, though.
237 400 feet.
Froggy 237
Come
north
on.
hold approach altimeter 29
London Eye. There we go. Got it. That's absolutely amazing. Big Ben. Oh, yep, right there at the corner. Isn't it at the corner of Westminster? At the Palace of Westminster?
Froggy 237, contact beacon approach on 129.405. Good day.
Going to 129.405 Froggy 237.
Yep.
Beacon approach
That looks
Froggy
like Big Ben.
237 800 feet.
Froggy 237, beacon approach altimeter 29.9 continue as planned.
See
Froggy
the Westminster
237,
Bridge.
contact Northolt approach on 126.45. Good day.
126.45 Froggy 237. North Hold approach Froggy 237 900 feet.
Froggy 237 north hold approach altimeter 29.9 continue as planned.
Yeah, I mean, this looks pretty darn good overall. I mean, there's some things that I obviously know about, like Westminster and Buckingham Palace, the Eye. see if we can capture the BT tower here. That looks really interesting. Now, is that like a television tower? Kind of like what we normally see in Germany when we're on Train Sim World 2? Or is it just a, like a posh hotel or apartments or something maybe? Looks like there might be a restaurant at the very top there. Okay, so we got some altitude now. Let's get back, see if we can start to level this thing back off here. I don't think I've ever heard of St. James's Palace. St. James Park. Did you go past the O2? Yep, we already did, Bex, but when we land, get ready to land, we can go back over by it. Or we can make our way back there.
Froggy 237, contact begin approach on 129.405.
Let's see if I can get Waterloo Bridge here.
129.405 for Froggy 237. Begin approach Froggy 237, 1,500 feet.
Blackfriars Bridge.
Begin approach altimeter 29.902. Continue as planned.
I think I've got captured these, but it's hard. Blackfriars Railway Bridge. So what is St. James's Palace then? I know there's a park there, but who's the palace named after? If anybody knows. Is it like a famous British person from way back in the day or something? Or part of the royal family before people really started following the royal family? Just out of curiosity. That is just an absolute... I love this building right here. The Gherkin. That is just amazing. It is so... It stands out because it's just such a different shape compared to everything else. So yeah, we'll go back down and then go back up, and then when we come back, we'll call into London City to to request landing on runway 09. So Bex, have you been to the O2? I'm guessing you've been there once or twice in your life. Okay, now that looks like a football pitch there. Doesn't look like a major stadium though. That looks more like a school because it's got the track around it. I don't know. Huh. Bromley by Bow. Okay. Ooh, I see. Ooh, hold on a second. Let's go over this way real quick. What is that? That looks like Wimbledon. Or I could be wrong. No, that does not look like Wimbledon. That is something else. That looks like a modern football stadium right there. Is that Man U Stadium? Look at this. Or is that Wimbledon? Anybody want to venture a guess here? What that is? I mean, it's definitely a football stadium. There's no denying that. Once you can walk on top, I didn't. I went to Stalker across the river where the COVID hospital is now, which is closed again. It's rental apartments and offices. Where they do trooping, the color for the Queen, Royal Apartments. Okay. Yeah, that looks like a major football pitch for somebody. A football stadium, I should say. Not pitch. Wherever this is... Well, that looks like that goes to the... whatever that is, I would think that would be a point of interest. If that's Manchester City's or Manchester United, I think that. Well, I don't know. Are we close enough for Manchester United? No, that's got to be something else. I don't think that's Wimbledon. Alright, let's go. Here's Upton Park. Paisto? Whatever that is, that looks really nice though. So it used to be you could go and walk around on the top of the O2. That's I'm not a big fan of heights when it comes to something like that. You wouldn't have caught me up there for sure. You couldn't have paid me, well, depending on how much it is. If you could pay me to go up there, but I'm going to step out for half a second. Wembley Stadium. It won't be them. Manchester's up north. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. So it could be Wembley Stadium. That looks really nice. So then that means we're not far from the Bakerloo line in the game in Train Sim World 2, because we supposedly can see Wembley from. There's that many stadiums in London. Don't know what. Yeah. I wouldn't even know where to look for Wimbledon. Hey, look at that. I got an achievement. Yay, me. We found 25 different locations and got an achievement for that, for doing a tour. So, ta-da. Yeah, I would think something like that. If that is Wembley Stadium, for instance, I would think that that's something that they would want to mark as a point of interest. So, no, that's kind of odd. Oh, that's more points for me. I like that. Went over to ER on the rail thing. I freaked out a bit. Oh. That's I don't know. I couldn't walk on top of that thing. I'd have to be so. You'd have to put like three or four different safety harnesses on me before I'd even step out there. Yeah, you couldn't get me up there. There's no possible way. But I mean, that's a pretty interesting thing that you can get up to where you used to be able to. So that was the one. There was one of the opening scenes in the Pierce Brosnan Bond films, I think, showed the O2. Like he fell on top of it and slid down. He was chasing somebody or something like that. I forget which one that was. I think it was The World Is Not Enough, where he busted his arm and he was trying to protect some heiress, and yeah, she'd been kidnapped by some terrorist or something, and she got the whole Stockholm Syndrome thing and fell in love. Yep, I knew it. Thank you for confirming that, Daniel. I thought it was. Yep, Pierce Brosnan. I don't know. I think if he had played it when he was younger, I think he would have did a better job. It just, I don't know. The Brosnan films, I watched GoldenEye again, and I was like, it wasn't as good as I remember it being. Yeah, I can't remember the one that she was the heiress, and it was like they were trying to build the oil line. I can't remember the actress's name. She was very beautiful, though, not gonna lie. The main actress there, quite lovely. I think every Bond woman has always been attractive. He was on the submarine boat, yes. They had it shot out of MI5, and it was like a little jet boat. And then it had wings that he took off, and yeah. I think that was the one. Something had happened, and MI5 was blown up or something. Which was weird how they worked that into the Daniel Craig movies. University of Greenwich around there somewhere. Yeah, we flew over the right back there, Maritime Greenwich. Which I believe is where the Greenwich Mean Time. Q wasn't happy Bond took it. Yep. I do miss that version of Q. Was Desmond Llewellyn, I think was his name, the actor's name, that died, and John Cleese took over for a short while. He'd been in all the Bond movies as far as I can always remember. Had that very kind of dry humor, but yeah. I think he was best paired with Roger Moore. I did go back and watch a lot of the Roger Moore Bond movies, and was like, they were a lot better than I remember them. But Brosnan ones were like, they weren't as good as I thought they were. Yeah, that's right. It was Daniel. Yeah. Because I think after production had wrapped is when he passed away and all that. It's rather sad. It will definitely be sad when Dame Judi Dench dies as well. I think she did a really interesting job as M. Brought something different to the role. I have every Bond film up to Casino Royale with Daniel Craig on DVD. Yeah, I didn't really like him at first because I always preferred Connery, but the Bond, the Roger Moore ones are way better. I did like the Daniel Craig ones were good. A lot of people didn't like the one before the new one comes out. I thought it was good.
Foggy 237 contact Northolt approach on 126.45. Good day.
126.45 for Froggy 237.
Grosvenor Bridge? I know that name from somewhere.
Froggy 237 Northolt approach altimeter 29.9 or 2 continue as planned.
I think. Yeah, it was interesting when they picked Dame Judi Dench as the new M. I do like Ray Fiennes as the new one. Yeah. But, Roger Moore, I think that's a huge thing to step into when you follow somebody who is iconic as Sean Connery. But I think he made it his own, I think he played a much more mature Bond who he thought things through more than just went in there throwing fisticuffs. Stamford Bridge. We're going to go out here and then we're going to turn around and head back and put this thing on the ground. I did, I saw Casino Royale when it came out in the theaters, and I really enjoyed that. That was a really, really great movie. And I did watch the two that what's his name? I can picture his face and I can't think of his name. And he's not a bad actor. Timothy Dalton. Yep, The Spy Who Loved Me. I do enjoy that one as well. For Your Eyes Only. I really enjoyed that one. Moonraker was a bit like, that was a little too cheesy. View to a Kill was kind of like, it was Moore's last one, and yeah, I wish they'd done that a little bit better, but it was okay. But you could tell it wasn't as good as his earlier ones. Timothy Dalton, yeah. Those weren't too bad. I know a lot of people didn't like him. I didn't like him at first, but he wasn't nearly as bad as I think he was made out to be. I think he did what he could with what he was given. And, I think they knew it was like a holdover until Brosnan was ready. Yep, The Living Daylights and License to Kill. Yeah. I still have I have like Aha's greatest hits, and they have the theme song from The Living Daylights as one of the songs. And of course, growing up as a Duran Duran fan, when they did the theme song for View to a Kill. I had that as a single. As a 45, I think I used to have it when it came out. Back when you had record players and record stores. Alright, let's head back towards London City and put this thing on the ground, and we will wrap this stream up. I do greatly appreciate everybody coming in today. Please do leave a thumbs up if you would be so kind. It helped something out, I don't know. They want Brosnan to replace more, but he was busy with... yes, he was finishing up the show Remington Steele here in America. And that's what kind of captured people's eye, that he was very suave and debonair in that show, and they thought, oh yeah, he'll make a good Bond, and he was interested, but yeah, he was committed to that show, I think. So once he wrapped that show up, they were able to get him in. So yeah, that's why Dalton was given the role for those two films while Brosnan finished up on Remington Steele. I used to like watching Remington Steele. I watched that growing up. Mainly because I had a crush on the actress on that show. I can't think of her name now. Stephanie Zimbalist, that's who it was. Yep. Had to think about it for a second. Yeah. I had a huge crush on Stephanie Zimbalist. And the woman who played the mother on Everybody Loves Raymond was on that show as well. Alright, let's get the air traffic control. I can't remember. Doris Roberts? Yeah, I think it was she was on that show. I didn't even realize that until later on. I was like, oh, that's the Nagy mother on Everybody Loves Raymond. Marie. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed this. This was fun and interesting and entertaining, all and even a little educational. Got to see some things from the air that we don't normally get to see when we're on the UK routes in Train Sim World 2. I never knew about the Shard. That is just... that's phenomenal. But, boy, it'd be great if we got that station in the... at some point, that line in Train Sim World 2. Let's see if we can get London City. There it is.
City Tower Froggy 237 is 5 miles west, 1,900 feet with Sierra to land.
Froggy 237 City Tower. Altimeter 29.9 or 2 and 272 at tree. Enter left downwind runway 27.
Diamonds are forever. That was a good. That was a good one.
Downwind runway 27 Froggy 237.
All right, folks. Well, on behalf of myself and First Officer Clarence, who's done a phenomenal co-piloting job, as usual, although didn't have to do too much today. We thank you for flying with us in the Icon A5. We hope you enjoyed this aerial tour of London and surrounding areas. I have to look that up real quick. Maritime. Maritime Greenwich College. Okay, so that's the college. World Heritage, internationally significant architecture, landscape, artistic achievement, scientific endeavor, and Royal Association come together to tell the story of Britain at sea and world timekeeping, navigation, and exploration. Ah, that's on my bucket list of places to go see. That sounds absolutely amazing. I like it. That would be absolutely amazing to go visit one day. But I feel like London, I would need to spend at least a couple weeks, if not a month, just to take it all in. I think a few days would not suffice, because then it would be, what are the key places that I would like to go visit, you know. Charlton. Huh. Last time you visited London was 2017. Wow. It's been a minute then, Daniel. Well, I certainly enjoyed this. This has been a lot of fun. So tomorrow we will be back on Train Sim World 2, usual time in the morning, 6:30 my time, 11:30 UK time. We will be on the Riesa to Dresden route. And so we will be doing one of the scenarios on the Riesa to Dresden route, and then we will do our flying at 9. Quick flight from Mannheim to Munich. We won't do the follow-on flight around Heilbronn tomorrow. We'll do that on Tuesday, I think. My profile picture was me with Big Ben in the background. Ah, nice, Daniel. I think Stalker and Mella already figured that out a long time ago, though, Daniel. If Stalker and Mella is even still in the chat. Nick got quiet all of a sudden. He might have been busy with his pen and paper, taking notes. Although I would think I would learn more from Mick about London and such than he would from me. That's for sure. Alright, here we go. Here's our airport. Yeah, you're probably right, Daniel. No, it probably is eating. Or looking in the fridge, and even though I'm enjoying the flight and watching the spacewalk. Oh, nice. Are they repairing something on the International Space Station today, Nick? Is that what the spacewalk's for? I'm guessing. I haven't been keeping up with the SpaceX news and International Space Station news like I used to. Next time they have a launch, I gotta watch that just to enjoy the moment of putting an aircraft like that or spaceship and all such into orbit. Wow, I am really way higher than I should be. Updating the station parts. Ah, okay. Good. We got plenty of runway here, that's for sure. We could have probably landed on the water right there. If we thought about it. Probably not legal, though, to do so. And there we are.
Froggy 237, turn next taxiway.
Welcome to London City, everybody. The XL building is in front. That's where Walker Stalker was. Oh, okay. Walker Stalker. Okay. Interesting.
Froggy 237, turn next taxiway.
Yeah, can I get there first, please? And thank you.
Froggy 237, contact ground on 121.83.
121.83 for Froggy 237. City ground, Froggy 237, request taxi to parking.
Froggy 237 taxi.
It was good,
General
don't you?
Aviation
I'd
parking
never
by
heard of that.
taxiway, Charlie.
Walker Stalker. I don't know
Taxiing
what
to
that
General
is.
Aviation parking via taxiway Charlie Froggy 237.
I mean, in all honesty, it sounds kind of weird. But I'd have to look up what that means. What that was. Because honestly, when you say Walker Stalker, it sounds like you were out for a walk around London and somebody was stalking you, Bex. That's what it sounds like. But I'm guessing it was something that wasn't what it was. You meet famous people from TV shows. Oh, okay. Interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that from when you said walker stalker. That doesn't sound like something where you be. That's what it sounded like to me when you're like, oh yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, you were going for a walk and next thing you know, somebody's stalking you. So. Alright, let's shut this bad boy down. For those interested, this is the very sparse interior. I did not put the lights on at all. Oops. Oh, they are on. We can turn all the lights off now. So interestingly, you have this point where it shows whether you are on water or you are on land. It does have a bilge pump if you are on the water. And there's a water rudder, which is right there at the tail end of the plane that drops down when you're in the water. Very so there's your altimeter reading to dial that in if you're flying in different weather than sunny weather. But no autopilot. The touchscreen, you can do a few things, but I've not really messed around with it. Let's turn the battery off and we'll end the flight. Well, there we are. Anyway, I thank you all for coming in today, hanging out. Hopefully you really enjoyed that. Mick, I hope you enjoy the spacewalk. Hopefully it's an interesting scientific endeavor. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow on the Riesa to Dresden route. Do a scenario there. Oh, I promised, just so that everybody can kind of see this. If Joseph watches this again on the replay, I don't know if he will or not. Mr. Addies, if you are here still. So, unveiled prototype was back in 2008, so 13 years ago, going on 14 years. So, and then it was first produced about 7 years ago. So, anyway, yeah. Really interesting little plane. So, anyway, that will definitely be it. 6.5 hours spacewalk. Goodness gracious, that's... Have they just started then? Or are they only a few hours in, I'm guessing? So... anyway, that's going to be it, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will see you tomorrow on the Riesa to Dresden route. Until then, peace, live long and prosper.